Hello, my name is Devin Neal. For this class presentation, I decided to look into how leadership is portrayed in our movie or film system of today. The movie that I chose to do this over was Miracle on Ice. It is quite interesting to see how much we as a society learn from movies and digital entertainment nowadays. The entertainment industry does a good job at helping us with this, but at times they can stray away from facts. Anyways, we'll talk about that at the end. But Miracle, it is about the 1980 Olympic hockey team that went on to win the gold medal. There was obviously a lot more going on during that time, as with all the Olympics, behind the scenes. This is for the most part, it's kept out of the movie, and they only reference to it just to keep everybody in touch with what was going on, all the boycotting issues and the issues with Russia and so on and so forth. But the biggest part about this movie that I want to talk about is Coach Herb Brooks and his leadership style that he chose with this team. This team was a very young team consisting of the best college players around the country. They all came together for a tryout, and Coach Herb started off in his way and a very directive style of leadership, and had his team picked on the first day, as portrayed by the movie. He did not look to his subordinates, his assistant coach, his directing supervisors that also wanted to say in this team, obviously the people with all the money in this instance. He chose his team and he went with it. And he fought that aspect that he was not going to explain his reasoning other than this is the team that is going to lead them to the gold medal. And they left it at that. They let him do his thing. He continued with this directive style of leadership all throughout the movie. Once again, not consulting with his subordinates, not really worrying about the relationship aspect between him and the players. He even states whenever he first meets his 26 players that he chose and told them, I will not be your friend. He wasn't looking to be a friend at all. He was going to be their coach, and that was it. Moving on, he was a very pseudo transformational leader. A lot of people look at him as just a typical transformational leader. The reason I say that he was a pseudo transformational leader, which is one of his downsides as a leader, is that he wanted to win that gold medal. Some of his team did not know at the time, but he was also on an Olympic team whenever he was back playing, the 1960 Olympic team, and he was kicked off the week before. He stated to his wife in the movie that he needed to do this. He needed to win his gold medal. And his players found out about that because some of the players on the team knew of his history. So this pseudo transformational style of leadership with a very directive approach towards it kind of put a reason behind why he did some of the things that he did. He was very stern with his actions. He did not care that his team was tired or falling apart as some coaches would. He continually pushed them and pushed them and pushed them. He did, however, a great job at this. He was able to conduct his team through the hard times, which were the first several months of practice, along with their first loss against the Russians whenever they played 3 days before the Olympics in New York City. And they lost to the Russians horribly. He used a very intellectual stimulation to get them fired up before the games. He also utilized his positional power with a legitimate and knowledgeable approach towards that. He was their head coach. That's who the team looks towards. That's who they look to for answers. But that is all that he did. Is he gave them the answers, maybe some more answers than what they wanted, but he did not utilize any relationship status, which is also one of his downsides as a leader. All in all, I believe he did a great job at coaching that team. That team needed a lot of structure. They were thrown together. They were a bunch of college athletes who didn't really understand the the games that they were about to go play. It is the Olympics. It is not necessarily a a college championship. It's much bigger than that. This also points towards the fact that the amount of structure that America needed at that time as well. Anyways, Herb was rectified of this, and he will always and is always known as an American hero for for his accomplishments. Thank you very much for watching my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.